Hello there, this is Tracy from the Teacher's Chair, and today I have a video presentation on how to use Pages for Mac. And this is the first in my video tutorial series, and the reason I'm bringing this to you is because I got a lot of requests from people asking me how I make some of the documents that I make. And a while back I used to have Word and Pages on my Mac, but after a while I began using Pages so much that Word went just by the wayside, and I've gotten very comfortable with it. I feel like it's a great format to be creative on. It's like working on a blank canvas. I really can do whatever you want. So lots of great features. I'm excited to share them with you. So let's get started. Today I'm going to show you a couple things. First of all, you're going to learn the difference between word processing and blank pages when you're using the Pages program. We're also going to take a look at how to work with frames, pictures, and text. I'm actually going to teach you how to make that little graphic you just saw on the previous slide. And also, once you make it, I want to show you how to create a PNG image out of a Pages document. I find this to be really valuable, and I do it all the time so I can upload pictures to my blog. Alright, we're going to get started. This is what we'll be making today. So in order to get started, I'm going to go ahead and open Pages. I'm going to create a new document. It'll bring you to the template chooser, and here you have a choice between word processing or page layout. Now, within these two templates are so many more wizards and templates to choose from. Templates for letters, resumes, reports, lots of different options. Okay, and down here you have the option to make newsletters, brochures, flyers, and I'd love to get into all of that with you later on in the series, but for right now you should know word processing is really going to keep you in a specific format. It's harder to be more creative on the page. It's not an open canvas. Your blank layout is where you're really going to have a chance to move things around and get things just like you want them before you're ready to print. So I'm going to go ahead and click blank, and I'm just going to go ahead with portrait. You could pick landscape as well. First thing I want to get on my page is a frame. Now I pulled a couple things out of my library just on my desktop to make it easier, but what you would do is you have a frame in mind. I have purchased many from Etsy, and there's one in particular that I'll be using today, and it happens to be this one. So it's as simple as finding the frame you want to use from your collection and sliding it right on down to your blank canvas here. Now you can see the frame's going in a different direction, so that's real simple. You could change this in two ways. You can highlight it so you have the handles, and you could turn with your fingers. Okay, I have like a 2-finger turn here, but I don't always get it the exact way I want it. So to fix that problem, I discovered you come up here to Inspector, and once Inspector's open, make sure you have metrics selected. This is the text inspector, you have your graphic inspector, you have your metrics inspector. And you want to be here because down at the bottom you see rotate. I'm just going to set it to 90, and it'll do it perfectly for you. Okay, and you can see you can just move it around as much or as little as you want in this way as well. That went a little too far. I'm going to bring it right back to 90 for you. Good. Once you have that set, you can make it as large or small as you want it by just clicking on the handles and dragging. Okay. So I'm going to have it about this big. Next thing I want to do is add some text. So I'm going to come right up here to the text box and just click. Here's my text box right here. I can rotate it just like I rotated the frame, but for right now I just want to get it to where I want it, which is right at the top. And I like to make my text box as wide as I need it at first. If I need to shrink it up a bit afterwards, I'll do that. You come in, you double click to highlight the text to change the font. I'm going to turn this to Chalk Talk, and I want the font to be a little bit bigger, and I'm going to type in Creative Communications. Now I do want that to be centered, so I just double click until it's all highlighted and come right up here to the top to the center. Now, because I want some freedom with where I want this to be and how I want the words separated, I'm going to make an additional text box. I'm going to come right down, again, sliding it where I want. I'm going to type my font in with Pages for Mac, and that's too small, so I'm going to highlight, make it a little larger. Oops, too big. That looks about right. Now, you may have noticed I have an icon there in the middle, so I'm just going to widen this up a little bit. Now, getting a picture on there is as simple as dragging it on. So I'm going to come on over to Google, and ahead of time I Googled Pages icons, and I think I'm going to grab this one right here. Maybe even this one. I'll grab this one. There it is. I'm just going to have my little finger on here, click, and grab it right onto my canvas. And what I want to do is shrink it down to make it be able to fit in the middle of my words. Now I'm going to space my words out a little bit more and fit that guy right in the middle. Okay? In another video I'll show you how to layer different things so your words or pictures are not getting lost. Alright, so right now if I did that, but we'll go into the layering another time. So with Pages for Mac, great. Next thing I needed to do was add another text box. Came down here to do that. I'm going to make it a little smaller this time because I do want an apple on each side. So there it is. You can see I'm not stretching it entirely across the page. Video. No, that's too small. I'm going to go ahead and make that a little bit larger. Now you can see that it's not going to fit, so I can click my font box, my text box, and pull down on the plus, and there it is. And I do want it centered. All right. Now ahead of time I grabbed these images. I thought they were cute for this. So again, I'm going to slide it on my canvas, resize, and stick it right on. Grab, slide, resize. Might be a little too small. I could have this one down here. And I like to turn them a little bit. So I could do that with my fingers, or again with the inspector. Come the other way. Now with that, I can do things with these images like give it a shadow or a reflection. But for right now, I'm just going to leave it as is. Last thing I'm going to pull on there is my banner created by Christy from Designs by Christy. I love it. And here we have it. Here's the button. Now, I do want to turn it into a PNG image that I could use as a picture for my blog. So the way I do that is I'm going to come to File, Print. And instead of printing, you're actually going to come down here to the PDF and select Open PDF in Preview. Here it is. It's in preview. If you'd like, you can zoom out, bring it a little closer. I like to zoom out. And then I go to File, take a screenshot from Selection. And I'm going to come take the crosshairs and get them as close to the picture as I can get it. Let go. And you heard the camera click. I have a picture. Now I just need to save it. File, save. And I'm going to save that right to my desktop, and I'm going to call it Pages PNG. All right, there it is. Let me just show you. I'm just going to create a new blank page here so I could just show you. I just created this Pages PNG. It's right here on my desktop. Now watch what happens. I can actually slide it on, and it's a picture. It's all in one. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this first in the tutorial series, and I'm looking forward to bringing you more. If you have something that you'd like to learn with Pages for Mac, stop by my blog, The Teacher's Chair, and leave me a comment or leave me a note on my Facebook page, and I'd love to set something up to help you out. So that's all for now. Bye-bye.